and 4. The battle is on. It's going to be too close to call side by side. Wong Do gets it. We got contact. We got flips. Everywhere. We got big wrecks here. Going back to the front because we're racing back to the line.
William Page with the victory.
Looking for second here.
Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
We're trying to close the gap. He's going to get to the bumper. Oh, just barely did not make it. And coming off of turn 4, Jeff Stickenis is going to win it at Dover.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight. And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Hobo Racing Truck Series live on JTN. So happy you're joining us here tonight from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I'm JoeTowNetwork down here in the South at Hattiesburg tonight for 120 laps of great racing. We've had a couple races already here at Hattiesburg before with Hobo. They've been some barn burners. Thinking tonight probably will shape up to be another good one. This, of course, is your Circle Beat Diecast race preview. Remember to use code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more, or $30 or more now. Circle Beat Diecast has you covered for all your diecast and NASCAR racing in general related memorabilia needs. The 1.2 mile speedway, 120 laps around tonight, 70 degrees, clear weather, fixed setups. We can go about 37 to 35 laps on a tank of fuel tonight. Going to be a fun one indeed. And worn out surface, a fantasy track that some have called it. It's a real fantasy for a racer. Going to be a fun time tonight. Draws comparisons slightly to a Phoenix with how flat some of the corners are. We'll take you through some of that as we go throughout tonight's broadcast. But again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight on a Sunday night. Know there was a lot of racing on today with Talladega and the NASCAR Cup Series, Formula 1 this morning for us here in the States. So again, can't thank you enough for tuning in, watching some Hobo racing late on a Sunday night, getting your week kicked off right, or at least getting your week kicked off right or ending your week right here on JTN. Qualifying currently underway. We'll get those results to you once they come in. They're starting to tick across the top of your screen to set tonight's starting lineup. Qualifying so crucial here. We've seen the track position matter. We've seen it mean a lot late in these races here at Hobo. Track position, if it's hard to come by, with the way this track is and the way you have to make passes, really everyone going to be right around the bottom of the speedway tonight. Got to make sure that you get the track position, you have it early, and you hold on to it. Herman Reese has been fast here tonight, right now provisionally on the pole by almost 0.2 of a second, or over 0.2 of a second rather. Was about 0.2 quicker as well in practice. Again, it's fixed setup tonight, so everyone's going to have the same car underneath them, a la SRX or IROC. Or at least, even more so, right? You got the same springs, you got the same tire pressures, you got everything the same on all these truckers here tonight. Just about the boys that put these trucks together back in the shop. Qualifying has concluded. I'm going to get you tonight's starting lineup here in mere moments. All right. So, as I said, starting tonight on the pole, you know him, you love him. He's the driver of the number 73 Cadillac, Herman Reese, with a time of 30.966 seconds. Mark DeSenza in the 33 going to line up on the outside of row number 1. Then Roger Neville, second Andre Monjon in row number 2. Jeff Fugate, Ricky Bumbalo make up row number 3, with Jeff Stakena, Steve Rubino row 4, and rounding out your top 10 on row 5 going to be Harry Codian and Rod Weston. Duke Sorensen, first car outside the top 10, starting tonight in position number 11 in that 59, with the 059 of Ryan Johnson to his outside. Dan Rubino and Dion DJ Hinsky going to roll off on row number 7, with row 8, Frank Baum and Keith McLean. Ron Simpson and Mike Helgrimson going to roll off on row number 9, with Daryl Brown, Mopar, Larry D., Jeff Rogers, and Gary Jackson rounding out your field of 23 here tonight from Hattiesburg. See Larry D in that 188 on your screen. Couple fast trucks there. Roger Nebelsack putting down some good laps in qualifying. Looking for redemption here. Last time we were here with the trucks, wrecked out of the race early. Going down into this set of corners down here into turn number 3. So 51 team going to be looking for a little redemption here tonight. Just getting some last minute notes from our producer Bristol, but there's Herman Reese, the pole sitter. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go on board with the visor cam. It's gonna get you a look at what this track looks like going down in here into turns 3 and 4. 44 Dan Rubino around there in front of him, but really you set up this lap coming off of turn number 4. You're gonna cut this first little dog leg, and then you're going to cut this second one underneath that white line onto the flat. There's a little bit of a transition, then you go down into 1 and 2. You're running right along this white line on exit of 2, so you can get a straight exit up to the outside wall. You wave hello to those houses there on the back straightaway, and then down into 3 and 4. Again, right along that white line. Here you can cut it a little more on entry because you get the different exit off the corner. It's not a straightaway in the same sense as maybe you see coming onto the back straightaway. That's the interesting thing about these quad oval configurations with these tracks, right? You have the 2 dog legs in there, and they really make for some interesting little nuances, and really change the change the exit and really make it 2 distinct sets of corners. Jeff Sakanis there in the 31. Welcome in, see Bagoo. Eden Bordeaux. Barbara tuning in as well. Thank you. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday here. And can't thank you enough for all your support. No, we haven't had our Hobo folks on since we reached our milestone 1,000 subscribers, so can't thank Steve and Dan and all the admins here at Hobo for their support of us here on JTN. Really, we're one of those first leagues that hopped on board, decided to give us a try for broadcasting, and we can't thank them enough for bringing us into the fold. And hopefully we're continuing to put on some great shows week in and week out whenever we're here with Hobo. Always love the trucks, always love the Hobo truckers. They always put on a great show. Okay, Jackson going to be lining up shotgun on the field tonight in this 00 Gorilla Glue Dodge. I mean, you already see the right side a little scuffed up there on that 00. Hoping they don't have to use any of that Gorilla Glue tonight. Drivers kind of getting their last couple warm-up laps in here tonight. 27 truck of Bohm there. Halgrimson in the 62. A couple newer names, at least for us broadcasting. Opar in the 43 as well. You see Fugate, Descenza coming to the pit lane. Keith McLean as well in that Busch Ice number 28. Oh, he's just going to park it down there. Might be heading for a cooler. Weston in the 19 mellow yellow colors tonight on that Ram. So again, that concludes our Circle V Diecast race preview. Remember, use that code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $30 or more. Trucks being pushed to the grid. We get ready to go for 120 laps of racing here from Hattiesburg, Mississippi tonight on JTN. Would like to remind you to make sure you drop a like on the video, and if you're new around these parts, make sure you click that subscribe button. Got a bunch of great racing coming up for you. We'll talk about that more later on in the show here tonight. For now, though, it's going to be...
Start your engine!
You hear the command. It's going to be Herman Reese, Mark DeSenza rolling off on row number 1. Look off into the distance. Not going to see the sunset here tonight. 120 laps around this 1.2 mile speedway here in Mississippi. As always, can't thank you folks enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. Herman Reese going to look to lead them all. Going to look to lead a majority of it. He's just going to look to lead at least the last lap tonight, looking for another victory in that 73 Cadillac. Mark DeSenza to the outside in the 33, looking for a strong run. Again, you're looking for wins right now here in the Hobo Racing Truck Series. We're still early on in the season, but we're getting to the point where you can't say we're early in the season anymore once we get out of the month of April. Ford Pace Truck going to make the hard left turn down the pit lane, give way to Herman Reese in that Cadillac, rolling off from the pole position once again here in the Hobo Racing League. Herman Reese with control. Fans are on their feet. They got a decent bit of shade here in the grandstands. Onto the front straight, away we go. Green flag. We're underway here from Hattiesburg. Already see Nebelsek and Monjon. 54 having some issues there on the outside. Bumble letting off early into the corner, but right now the 9 and the 54 are going to be side by side. 54 issues up there in the marbles next to the wall. Gets a little loose on center of the corner. Going to allow Ricky Bumble to go by. Steve Rubino going to look to do the same. We get single filed out. 54 jumps in front of the 07. Wicked handling truck right now on the outside line. Single file throughout the field. See the 62 hit the wall further on back. Almost a big moment there. Simpson in the 25 does a good job. Daryl Brown, Mopar as well. Not making that worse than it was, but Helgrimson in that 62 having some issues there off of turn number 2 that last time by. Going to have to try to get back down to that inside. Let Daryl Brown go by, slot in front of Mopar. Back up front, though, it's Herman Reese with the lead, about 2 truck lengths over Mark DeSenza as we head down into turn 3 here on lap 3. Reese, as we're the first caution of the night, 00 Gary Jackson around Steve Rubino, slow down here in turns 3 and 4. Up against the wall is the 07 and going to be an early retiree from tonight's event. See what happens here. 54 is into the wall. 07 going to get loose, go for a spin, going to back it into the wall. No one else hits him. Even major damage there on that 07. A lot of damage on the 00 as well, kind of getting onto the brakes. She doesn't make any contact with Steve in that 07 since he was sitting there up top. But for Steve Rubino, that's going to be it for the night. Caution number 1. So Herman Reese still out in front. Already hear some games being played. Popping the clutch in, turning the motor off, saving some fuel. Again, can go about 37 laps on a tank. Caution's, of course, going to be helpful here tonight. Get you a little bit extra fuel mileage, get you a couple extra laps as the night progresses. Remember, folks, you can use code JTN at checkout at circlediecast.com for free shipping now on your orders of $30 or more. Again, you can use code JTN. You'll get free shipping on your order of $30 or more, circlediecast.com. It's pretty much if you're buying a 124 diecast at this point, you're paying $60, $70 in that neighborhood, so why not save about $10 on shipping? And again, use that code JTN at checkout for free shipping on that order. Maybe you're getting a Ross Chastain Racewin diecast. Now, there's two options after today in Talladega. A fantastic race, really. Green flag, the entire final stage. We'll be talking about it this week on the Fake Racers podcast over on JTN2. So be on the lookout for that Tuesday around 5 p.m. That usually releases here on YouTube, or if you follow it on your favorite podcast platform, you'll get that episode extra early. The audio-only version usually releases around midnight Monday going into Tuesday. You can listen to it at work. You know, maybe you're missing my voice. Maybe you want to hear Davey Hazard, Matthew Steelman. Want to hear some guys that think they know stuff about racing, at least know stuff about fake racing over on the Fake Racers podcast. Give them a listen. Give us a listen. I'm part of that. Bristol, of course, always doing a good job producing as well. It's a hot weekend here in Michigan. It's going to cool down this week, so hoping everyone's getting enjoyable weather here as we're kind of getting to the middle to end of spring, depending on your view. Herman Reese, Mark DeSenza is still 1-2. Should be getting the pace truck lights going out this time. Roger Nebelsack back there in third. Really big loser there on the initial run is Monjon. I believe the 54 came down the pit lane. And if he didn't, lost a lot of spots there at the start of this race after qualifying up into the fourth position. Had a strong truck here last time as well, so troubling to see the issues early, but sometimes you just need to get some laps under your belt in the race. Again, fixed setup here tonight. 37 laps we can go about on fuel. This probably puts us hitting around the 40-lap mark. Now for these leaders that stayed out. Or I could be completely wrong. I have been lied to before by racing crews. Never want to give away their secrets. It is no secret, though, that Herman Reese has a fast truck here tonight and really, really loves this track. Pace truck going to come down the pit lane. Herman Reese with control. Mark DeSenza, Roger Nebelsack, Jeff Fugate, Ricky Bumblow, your top five. Three General Motors, a Ford, and a Dodge walk into a bar, and they get ready to go green flag racing here once again from Hattiesburg. Here we go. Back underway. .33 get a little loose there through center of the corner, but going to get a big run coming off of turn number 2. One truck length back right now down the back straightaway as we head down into turn number 3. Herman Reese, so this is where he makes his money at this track, really able to wrap that white line Ricky Bumbleow for a second, and that Hershey Yingling 85 looking for a spot here. Kodian looking for a spot to the inside of Jeff Stikenis in the 31. Out the field, though, single file going back up front. Herman Reese, still your leader. Doing a good job of keeping Mark DeSenza at arm's length away. 5 truck lengths now, maybe 3. So we'll call it 4. Law of averages that. 4 truck lengths back now is the 33. So tires going to start wearing out here as well. About a third of the way through a run. Quarter of the way through the run. Caution number 2 is out. 28 around, 27 and 188 also with trouble here on the front straightaway. Let's get you that replay. Looks like it's going to be contact between the 188, Larry D, and the 28 of Keith McLean. 28, a lot of speed, just runs into Larry D there. Misjudges the 27 making contact with the 188 as well. Another look at it. There's that contact. 188 going for a spin. Larry Dean then into the inside. 27 thinks he's through. Gonna lose the motor there. Crank bomb in that 27 truck. Gonna be an unfortunate end to the Busch Light Chevrolet team's night here tonight. But oh boy, we got pit stops here for our leaders. Herman Reese dragging the whole field down the pit lane. We saw Harry Kodian think about staying out. Dan Rubino gonna stay out. So will Rod Weston in the 19. Those 2 trucks gonna stay out. Gary Jackson and 00 also staying out. But Herman Reese drags the rest of the leaders down the pit lane. Race off the pit lane. 73 gonna win it. 4-tire call there. 2 tires, though, for Ron Simpson in the 25. Gonna get a big bump in the track position all the way up to 3rd in that Simpson Fence Company red and black and yellow Chevrolet. Truckers that did stay out misspoke. It was the 14 of Hinsky in that GMC Sierra staying out, not Gary Jackson the 00. But Dan Rubino in the 44 is your leader. Rod Weston there in 2nd. Hinsky was 3rd. There he is. So we'll see if these drivers decide to stay out. If they do, they'll be restarting 1, 2, 3. Barbara, must not be as dedicated. Can't thank you enough for tuning in as always, though. Obviously, Steve Rubino already out of this race after an early spin down in turns 3 and 4. Dan Rubino, though, doing the Rubino crowd proud. Folks, make sure if you're just coming in for the first time tonight, drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already or you're new around these parts. Again, we are JTN, do all kinds of live broadcasting. And again, cannot thank you enough for all your support as we got into 1,000 subscribers. Here's your upcoming races presented by our friends at TWB Technologies, because together we are better, not only with TWB, but with you, the fans at home. Maverick Cup Series action returns this week from Sonoma, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday, April 26th. Then Thursday, we go to Dover Downs to the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series Stakes to the Monster Mile, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. And then the Maverick Cup Series drivers looking to roll the dice out in Sin City, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, May the 3rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Those are your next 3 races upcoming right here on JTN. Base truck lights should go out. There they go. So Dan Rubino going to lead us back. Then Rod Weston. Insky in the 14. Reese in the 73. And Descenza rounding out your top 5. And that's Nebelsack, Fugate, Bumbalo, Stakenis, and Kodian. Your top 10 here for the restart. Restart going to come on lap 16 of 120. We talked about Steve Rubino, first retiree out of tonight's event. After a spin down in turns 3 and 4. And the streak continues of the 07 team having no luck here on these JTN broadcasts. All right, here we go down into 3 and 4. New leader for the first time on one of these restarts. Bino in the 44 Hobo Racing Chevrolet. We'll just have to wait and see how this turns out. Here comes the pace truck down the pit lane. 44 with control. Weston behind him. Fans on their feet once again. Green flag. We're back on our way here from Hattiesburg. Bino in the 44s out in front, about a truck length lead over Weston, really loose on exit. That's going to allow the 19 to get a big run going down here into turn number 3. 19 on the bottom, 44 outside. 19 going to get loose, slide up the hill. So does Bino in the 44. Here comes Herman Reese in 3rd. Field makes their way back around. We made it around under green. Dan Rubino still your leader. Rod Weston there in 2nd. A big gaggle of cars there with the 14 getting stuck on the outside. Fugate and Bumbalo going on by. 44 Dan Rubino going to cut it back down low, coming off the corner, get a straight exit off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Had issues last time as it looks like we're slowing down. Caution is out, 188 around here on the front stretch. Caution number 3 here from Hattiesburg. The replay of 00 really slow there on the front straightaway. I have to think something went wrong. 27 swerving to avoid Larry D there in the 188. And the second incident tonight for that Toyota Larry D. Not what they wanted to see. See it here again. It looks like Bino going to come down the pit lane. Weston going to stay out, try to lead a lap. And that 19 get the bonus points. We'll see if he stays out when we go back green. All these other truckers going to stay out of the track. I think Bino had enough about being up there in front with cold old tires on the restart. Saw that 44 really struggling getting loose on exit. Weston going to look to lead the lap. Should lead it and get the bonus points for that. Once again, as always, folks, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. I am Joe Twansky here with our coverage of the Hobo Racing Truck Series. I believe it's our third Truck Series event of the year. Can't thank all the drivers, admin staff here at Hobo Racing. Always being very welcoming of us here on JTN, bringing us out to these races. I love this track. This has been one of the hidden gems, I think, race-wise, that we've had here on JTN. So you can go back and look. I believe we had the Christmas special. It was the first time we were here. I had a Truck Series race here last season as well, I do believe. And Hattiesburg always putting on a great show here with Hobo. Getting some early cautions tonight, but we'll have to think that those will start to die down. Rod Weston, your leader, going to come down the pit lane, it looks like, at 4 fresh Goodyear Wrangler tires on that Dodge. Don't pass the pace truck. So Herman Reese going to retake the lead. And working our third caution. An interesting stop-and-go start to this race here tonight. But we wait here. We're patient. Got a lot of patient drivers out here at Hobo. Getting ready, waiting to put on a show. For you fans at home. Race truck lights are off. Gonna go back green. Lap 21 of 120. Herman Reese with control for the restart. Mark DeSenza, Roger Nebelsick, Jeff Fugate, Ricky Bumble, your top 5. 27 truck coming off the pit lane. Gonna get the lucky dog and back on the lead lap. Frank Bomba. Apologies if I'm saying that wrong. But Herman Reese, we know how to say that name. Going to be leading us once again here back to the green flag. I'm going to lap 22, I misspoke, of 120 from Hattiesburg. All right, here we go. Pace truck is in. Fans on their feet. You see all the campers. Fans underneath the tent there coming off of turn number 4, getting a good look. Concession stand has been absolutely packed here tonight. Still a huge line. Wonder what's going on there. Must be some good food. Green flag. We're back underway here from Hattiesburg. Racing down into 1 and 2. Herman Reese still with control of this race. 2 truck length lead, maybe call it 1.5. Down the back straightaway, Mark DeSenza in second. Roger Nebelsick third. Watching to see who can distinguish themselves as the fastest guy around this track so far tonight. It's been that 73 Cadillac, Herman Reese. always a threat here on these high tire wear, low grip racetracks. Roger Nebelsuck starting to fade back there in third, falling into the clutches of the 9 of Jeff Fugate for position. Sundrop dodge there. Got a lot of tape on the grill. Keep trying to see how much downforce they can get on the nose. Saw Descenza decide to run up a little bit higher there through those dog legs, those kinks on the front straightaway. Caution is out for the 4th time here tonight. A big one here just past the start-finish line. Like the 188 was involved again. Mopar Helgrimson in the 62. Oh, 188 Larry D going to be going for a flippity doodah. See the replay here. Going to get on by it as Larry D in the 188. Oh, he just clips the wall. It's flung back across the track. And a small mistake results in a big crash. Actually not as bad. It looks like only the 43 maybe got collected in that, along with the 14. Let's see if we got... Should have a helicopter here. I'll give you a good look at it from the overhead angle. 188. And it just... Oh, man, yeah, he just hits the wall, misjudges it. 43 on Mopar, nowhere to go. Hinsky kind of gets swung around by the 43. Rod Weston going to barely sneak through there and stop. Man. That's a tough pill. It's a tough pill to swallow there. That caution. See anything? Another look at it. Heavy hit. I had to see driver 188 walk away. But for Larry D, going to be the second driver and trucker out of tonight's race. Down the pit lane came Herman Reese in the 73. Descenza choosing to stay out. Nebelsuck came down, so did Jeff Fugate, Monjon, Bumbalo. Really, Descenza out of our leaders only one to elect to stay out under this yellow. Ron Simpson also staying out. Dan Rubino and Keith McLean. Talked about track position being important at the top of the show. Best way to grab track position is under caution, whether it's on pit road with a strategy call there. We saw Simpson do it in the 25. Or just don't even come down pit road at all, right? Let everyone else come down, get tires, whatever they want. You don't need anything. You're out front, right? You just need the clean air. Drivers always at a little more peace when they got nothing out the visor. Working caution number 4 on the night, though. Once again, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN here from Hattiesburg, Hobo Racing Truck Series action. Remember to go to hoboracing.com to find out how to join and more about the boys here at Hobo. Always put on a good show. A rough start to this one. Have to think that trend's gonna fail here as we move throughout the race. Oh, 33 issues. Don't know what happened there. That could have been a lot worse. I don't know if maybe he missed a shift. Flipped it into neutral, maybe. Maybe lost a gear. I don't know. That was peculiar. Hoping pace truck lights decide to go out this time at the line. Gonna go back green lap 29. We're working lap 28 now with DeSenza in the lead. Ron Simpson, Dan Rubino, Keith McLean, and Herman Reese your top 5. Lots of 73 last time he was starting back here, able to make some passes work before we got a yellow. We'll see what Herman Reese can do. Again, we know he's fast, but DeSenza was right there with him. Lost a little time on the initial start, but then was able to kind of hang at a decent gap. Don't know if that was a 73 managing the gap or DeSenza being able to run even pace once we got past that 1 to 2 laps on the restart, once we got some more heat back in the tires. Heat cycles on those tires going to be important as the race goes on. Again, those top 4 did not come down the pit lane. The older tires on those race trucks. Pace truck is in. DeSenza with control here for the restart in the 33. We're on lap 29 of 120. 92 laps to go. Green flag. We're back underway here from Hattiesburg. Senza with about a 3 truck length lead over Ron Simpson. Herman Reese up the hill a little bit back there in the dirty air. Nebelsack able to close up onto the tailgate in that Ford F-150. Wait and see if that 51 or anyone tries to make a move. You got to use what you got right now to your advantage. Keith McLean looking to the inside of Bino there in the 44. Didn't have enough of a run that time coming off of turn number 4 to make it work down the front. Now Herman Reese in that Cadillac going to draw closer to the 28. Gonna back off, let McLean get a little bit of a run coming off the corner. DeSenza still your leader out in front in that 33 Wrangler jeans Silverado. So we watch the battle for the 4th position. 73 gonna go high, try to get a good run down the back, see if he can make a dive down into 3. 28 into the wall just a little bit, gonna scuff some speed here. Down the back straightaway, here comes Herman Reese in the 73. Both drivers elect to send it down into 3 and 4, make it stick. Now the top 15 have broken away from the rest of the field. And Rubino getting on by Ron Simpson for the 2nd position, so move Bino up to P number 2. Good night so far going for that 44 team. '85 into the wall. Field going to swerve to avoid on. That's Ricky Bumbalo. That could have been a big oh no. Off of turn 4 that time. Managed to keep on going. Round to the inside of that 85. Going to really crowd him coming off the corner. Bumbalo, they're going to hold on to the position on the outside. Keith McLean to the inside of Ron Simpson for 3rd. Going to move up onto the podium. Does driver number 28. He's clear. Herman Reese now looks to the inside of Simpson for the 4th position. 25 truck is falling back here. Again, 2 tires the last time they came down the pit lane, too. So not only didn't come down this past caution like a lot of these guys now that he's got right behind him, but only took 2 tires last time he was down the pit lane, too. So old left side tires on that 25 truck right now. And those rights always wear more than the lefts, but you can still tell the difference. Good. All these drivers here, they're good drivers. They can tell the difference. Up front, battle for the lead. Bino looking to the inside of Descenza. Not able to get it to work that time. 33 going to get a loose there on the white line at the bottom of the track. Herman Reese going to dive to the inside of Keith McLean. I think Keith might give him the position. Maybe not. Going to race him for it. Further behind them, Neville and Jeff Fugate going on by the 25. See Stekenis trying to work his way around Harry Kodian. Things picking up here on lap 35. Now 36 of 120. Duke Sorensen, Andre Monjon to the inside of Simpson. Simpson just continuing to free fall through this field. Two tires not working out right now for that 25 truck. Finally able to get to the inside line. You see Ricky Bumbalo loose there off of turn number 4, almost sliding up into the 059. Big save, good car control there from Bumbalo. They're going to lose 2 spots. This is a moment where you're the crew chief, you're the spotter, you're telling your driver to back down. It's okay, take it easy. You can't make a race-ending mistake. Keith McLean loses a couple spots there off camera, falls back outside the top 5. Falling back to 8th, or 7th rather. Back up front, though, it's Mark Descenza, still your leader. Regular Jeans, Chevrolet. Bino back there in second, that red truck. And Herman Reese, our pole sitter here tonight, in third in that black Cadillac. See Roger Nebelsack maybe closing a little bit in on the 73 and these top 3 in that 51. So pace and the run goes on here in this race. And Dan Rubino putting some good laps down. Mark Descenza as well, your leader. Gonna be coming up on lap trucks here in a moment. The 27 and the 43, both with damage from earlier incidents. Really high rate of speed here. Going to look to the inside, down into 1 and 2. Man, oh man, it's so much harder to get your speed working here on the exit of the corner. You saw Roger Nebelsack in the 51 do a good job of kind of running the high line through turn 1 and then ducking it down into 2 so he could get below that 27 off the corner. Opar now into the wall in the 43. 27 going to sneak on by. Field's going to get by A-OK, though. See Dan Rubino once again trying. He's closed the gap back to the tailgate of the 33, looking for the lead. Or double zeros around there on the entry to pit lane. Going to come up the track. I believe that's going to bring out caution number 5. It does. Field is slowing down. That was almost big, folks. Oh my goodness. Heavy damage there on the nose. Gary Jackson's Dodge Ram. Already had that damage from an earlier incident. There he comes down the pit lane just to look, carrying a little too much speed. Actually, maybe downshifted there, and truck broke loose on him. Nonetheless, Field gets by unscathed. Maybe the 27 into the wall a little bit. But we are under caution for the 5th time here tonight from Hattiesburg. And this, if you were Mark DeSenza, if you were Dan Rubino, this is exactly what you wanted. About 10 to 15 laps. 10 laps on tires. Since we went back green, everyone going to probably elect to take 4. So now you're going to be on equal footing. Have to think the 73 going to be able to gain a spot just by virtue of that first pit stall around this 44 of Bino, but Mark DeSenza looks like he might probably going to be able to maintain this lead because the rest of this pack has really fallen back here on the pit lane. 44 now coming into his box, already gave up a couple positions. Gonna lose a little bit of time here on the pit lane. The front of pit road, though. Herman Reese, Mark DeSenza. DeSenza's crew runs over the left side of the truck. Gonna be a close race off the pit road. The drop the jack on the 33, gets around. Herman Reese. Reese off the pit lane second. Roger Nebelsick, Jeff Fugate here, Kodian. Jeff Stekenis, Duke Sorensen, Monjon, and Dan Rubino. Big loser there on pit lane. Was second, lost about 7 spots. Not a good pit stop for that 44 crew. '43 and 27 going to come down. They're both a lap down. I believe 27 Bomb should get the lucky dog here. Or wave around, whatever you want to call it. Lucky dog. It's a lucky dog. Folks, while subscribing and liking the videos here on JTN is the best way to help support us. If you want to go that extra mile, you can head on over down to the JTN merch store and get yourself some JTN race car merch now available. Got 2 variants on it on hoodies, t-shirts, stickers. We got many, many more options over there on the JTN merch store. Again, it's JTN merch store, linked down in the video description below. Go check it out. We have our basic logo merch too that runs a little bit cheaper from this race car merch. So again, go check it out, JTN merch store. Linked down in the video description below. Gonna have some new offerings too. Good buddy Ryan Pace, part of the chief statistician here at JTN. Won last night's USORL Cup Series race from Daytona. Have a shirt coming out for that. We'll commemorate the first win of the year for him. Bunch of other great driver merch. If you're old Mac Daddy Keith MC of 28, Keith McLean, if you're a fan of him, got a t-shirt up for him as well. And some great options up there on the JTM merch store, so go check it out. I believe the Pace truck lights will stay on. 28's still on the pit lane. Nope, they're going to go off. So we're going to go back green, lap 47 of 120, with Mark DeSenza out in front of the field. 27 going around getting the lucky dog. Bosch comes at a good time for that team. Herman Reese, Roger Nebelsick, Jeff Fugate, and then Harry Cody in your top 5 here for the restart. So some familiar names up at the front of the field here. Once again, now DeSenza going to have control for a restart for the second in a row. Again, coming to lap 47 of 120. Pace truck is in, fans on their feet, flag man with the green in hand. Back for green flag racing, coming to lap 47 of 120, closing in on halfway through this one. There we go, green flag, we're back underway here from Hattiesburg. See, DeSenza got really loose there, hugging that apron off the corner. Probably helped propel that truck off down the back straightaway. Grows about a 3 truck length lead here. Coming back to the line to complete the first lap back under green. Or back under caution. Caution number 6. Oh, Dan Rubino flipping. Oh, no. Well, that was unexpected. Looks like Bino gonna be the first to go around here. Gets loose there through the middle of the corner. 14 coming sliding in. Oh, 43. Oh, unfortunate there. Sliding into that one was Mopar. And Verbino probably thought he was in the clear. You know, look at it. 14 barely misses him. 62 goes for a spin. Here comes 43. 27 gonna give him a little bump. I'm bored with Mopar through this one. See the instant start up ahead. There's the smoke. 44 truck. They come back down the track. At that point, you're just along for the ride. Tough break there from Mopar in that STP Ram. Gonna be out of this one early. Back live, 44, smoking down the pit lane. Might be a night ender for Bino. I don't know, did he miss his stall? Back up and... Man. Another fan favorite out of this one. Gotta be careful backing up. Can't back up too far. Yep, there he goes. You're gonna get DQ'd there for the 44 for driving backwards down the pit lane. Tough break there for Dan Rubino. Daryl Brown also out of this one. Ron Simpson. Did we miss something? Let's go back and look. No, just electing to come down the pit lane and take it to behind the wall for the night. So an unfortunate night ender for Bino in the 44 after getting loose through turns number 3 and 4. Mark DeSenza still your leader. Herman Reese, Roger Nebelsick, Jeff Fugate, and Harry Cody in your top 5. That one's caution number 6. Could be miscounting, but I believe that one is caution number 6 on the night. Bristol says it's very hard to count with pause. Base truck lights are out. Going to go back green. Lap 52 of 120. Mark DeSenza, Herman Reese, Roger Nebelsack, your top three. We get ready to go back green flag racing here from Hattiesburg. And pace truck lights are back on. What happened? Seem to have lost out of this field now. Here are the lights. Thanks for tuning in, Barbara. Mark DeSenza going to lead us back to green. Only 14 of our 23 started here tonight remaining. So I believe the 28 might still be down on the pit lane. I don't know if he's parked for sure. You can hear the engine still running. Again, folks, if you're just tuning in for the first time tonight, I'm Joe Twansky here with JTN's coverage of the Hobo Racing Truck Series from Hattiesburg. Make sure if you haven't already, please, oh please, it would mean so much to us here. Drop a like on the video and subscribe. We have a fantastic time broadcasting these races for you on JTN. Got more coming this week. We'll get to that once we go back green. As Mark DeSenza going to lead them back to the line here for our 6th restart of the night. Pace truck is in. Green flag. We're back underway here from Hattiesburg. Roger Nebelsack way up the track in that 51, really trying to use it to get some momentum coming off the corner. Going to look to the inside of Herman Reese down the back. Going to get there to the inside of that 73 as we head down into turn number 3. Going to back off. Herman Reese in second. Mark DeSenza, your leader. $14 cars left on the track, all underneath the blanket right now. Oh, 27's around 62 involved as well. We're still green. See what happened here. It's at the back of the field, so officials not throwing the yellow. Here's the replay. Algrimson going to go around there on the top of the track. 27 going to come in. Hard into the outside wall. Going to be a night ender for sure now for that 27. Second time that front end has been all tore up. But we stay green here from Hattiesburg. One of those moments where you wonder where if the race officials are doing. Nebelsack again still trying to find a way to get around that 73. Again, really hard to pass here in Hattiesburg at this fun little speedway, but really hard to make the passes work. Yeah, you have a little room to maneuver. We've seen guys up in this upper lane. We've seen guys able to wrap the white line in the corners and generate speed. We're yet to see the passes, though, consistently, right? We saw passes when we had trucks on different strategies, whether it be staying out 2 tires compared to 4 or no tires on the pit lane. Yet to see passing on equal stuff. Again, fixed setup racing, it lends it to really being in the driver's hands at that point. But you also, you know, you have this weird difference of maneuverability, because not everyone going to drive the truck the same way. 27 going to continue in the race. Front end has been cut off that truck. Looks more like a car now that doesn't have the truck nose. Still got the big flatbed on it, though. Herman Reese catches Mark DeSenza that time down the back straightaway. Something had to happen to the 33, able to stretch the gap back through 1 and 2, or 3 and 4 rather. Reese just getting better runs off the corner right now than DeSenza. Really saw it that time, having both on camera. 33 willing to sail it in. Herman Reese gonna elect to run a little high there through the center of 1 and 2. Gonna get a good run down the back. Although it looks like we are slowing down under caution for the 7th time here tonight. We can't... What's this one for? Not know what this one is for. 27 did decide to go kaboom. You're down the back. There it goes. No, that'll be the night ender for that team. Meanwhile, field back on the pit lane. DeSenza leading them down. Have to think again, going to be 4 tires all the way around, up and down the running order. Field has shrunk quite considerably here. About 10 trucks already out of this event, as we're just going to be halfway this time at the line. It's been a race of attrition so far tonight. Out of the box first. 62, I believe, missed his stall or took fuel only. We can go back and check. 85 also taking 2, so they'll be the first 2 off the pit lane. And it's DeSenza, Nebelsack, Reese. Rest of your expected top 5. I don't think the 62 made it into his pit box. Yeah, here we go. Back down the pit lane. Gremlins. So Harry Cody, and now your leader. Ricky Bumbalo in second. 2 tire calls for both of those drivers. Then it's Mark DeSenza, Roger Nebelsack, Herman Reese, your top 5. Really thought Herman was going to be able to get back to the lead there under that last green flag run. You know, driver number 73 and team are really fast. But not able to get back to the lead there, so... And it goes back to that track position. We're at a point when we go back green, you're going to need 1 more pit stop. Because again, we can go about 37 laps on a tank of fuel. Tires get there, depending on how you run them. That's the real question, but... we're going to go back green with less than probably around 55, 57 laps to go. So really, you should be able to do that. Because that's less than 30 on each stint if you split it in half. Short pitting might come into play as well. or going a little bit longer and having fresher tires at the end. It's a real tricky balance here. Haven't really got a good chance to see what the fall off is, so without knowing that, hard to distinguish how important those tires are. Yeah, I mean, we've seen the 2-tire calls and the no-tire calls work when it's about a 5-lap difference. So that means they're not super duper important, but if there's still an advantage to be gained, someone somewhere will be willing to make that call. Cody, I'm going to lead us back to green. Bumbalo, Descenza, Nebelsic, and Reese, your top 5. Before we go back green, I'd like to remind you the next time we're live is this Tuesday night from Sonoma with the Maverick Cup Series, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time start. Again, this Tuesday, April the 26th, the Maverick Cup Series back on JTN next 3 Tuesday nights. Cody in with control here for the restart. Here we go, green flag, we're back underway. Ricky Bumbalo looking to challenge Cody, and this is the first time on one of these restarts we've really seen the second place driver able to challenge 51 and Nebelsic thinking about making a move to the inside of Descenza. Descenza able to send it down into turn 3 and 4. Bumbalo, though, on the apron, going to get really loose here coming off the corner. That's going to allow Descenza to get a run this time down into turns 1 and 2. What will he do with it if he can get there? Descenza not able to capitalize on the mistake of Ricky Bumbalo in that Silverado. Starting to see these truckers get an aggressive cut in that first dog leg too. We saw Larry D earlier in the event have some issues with it. And have to be careful about how close you get that left side 85 loose there off of the corner. Well, it's Mark Descenza to get to his outside. Interesting move there. It's going to slick the stamp and send it down into 3. Descenza going to cut it back to the inside. Looking for the pass here down the front straightaway. Nebelsic will also look to get to the inside. 51 not able to get there, allows the 85 to get into the line. Mark Descenza now back up into the second position. Ricochet, yeah. Field makes their way down into 3 and 4. Descenza closing the gap to Harry Codian for the lead. You see a log jam starting to form behind Bumbalo in the 85. Nebelsic is on the tailgate. Herman Reese is on the tailgate of the 51. Nebelsic looks to the inside, still not there, and Bumbalo really taking that middle line, making it hard to pass. That's what a race car driver is supposed to do. Bumbalo holding off the 51 and the rest of this field. So much action. You got the battle for the lead heating up. You got the battle for third, final podium spot. Got battles towards the back of the field as well. Ryan Johnson to the inside of Andre Monjon. For position 54, going to fall back a couple spots here, coming off of turn number 2. Almost contact there with Hinsky in the 14. Rod Weston now going to look to the inside of the 54. Monjon going to fall to the back. Keith McLean back out on track on the 28 truck. Nebelsic is there on the back of the 85. Just can't get enough of a run to be confident enough with making the pass, making the attempt at the pass into the corners. That's really what I'm seeing right now with that 51 Ford. Yeah, Fugate losing a couple spots there to Stekenis and Duke Sorensen. Now the 9 truck going to cut it back to the inside. Nebelsic was able to get by the 85, of course, once we switched off the battle. So was Herman Reese. So Ricky Bumbalo loses a couple spots that time down the back through 3 and 4. Stekenis now there. The back bumper of Bumbalo. Mark DeSenza starting to close the gap now. This is where those not having the fresher left side tires might start to hurt the 13 of Kodian. Senza now there on the tailgate of that 13 M4S installation Chevrolet. And here goes DeSenza to the inside, looking that time off the corner, going to have a run down the back into the inside of the 13. Side by side through 3 and 4, give Mark DeSenza the position. He's clear. Back to the lead here tonight from Hattiesburg. Nebelsic there in 3rd, looking for 2nd now, seeing if he can keep that 13 to the outside of the 33. He won't be able to. Kodian, though, going to catch a little bit of the apron there. That's going to upset that truck down the back straightaway. Nebelsic might be able to close that gap just a little bit, just a wee bit. Not able to do anything with it yet, though, is driver of the 51. Mark DeSenza back out in the lead. Kodian 2nd, Roger Nebelsic 3rd, Herman Reese and Jeff Stekenis your top 5. Jeff Fugate has moved back into 6th in that 9 truck and starting to close a little bit on the 31. And it's Duke Sorensen here in 7th. Ryan Johnson, Hinsky, Bumbalo, Monjon, Weston all underneath a blanket here down the front. And for Ricky Bumbalo, the 2-tire call just not working out right now. See, Weston might have cut him a little bit of a break there. But back out front, it's DeSenza still with the lead and growing it. Over here, Kodian in 2nd, Roger Nebelsic 3rd. Really watch the movements right now of truck number 33 and driver 33. DeSenza doing a good job of just taking it easy. You saw last time through 1 and 2, clip the apron a little bit. See if he corrects for that mistake this time by. This track doesn't feel like it's as much of a rhythm track as you got the pass for third. Herman Reese to the inside of Roger Nebelsack for the spot. Roger going to give him a tough challenge there on the outside. Don't know if it's going to be enough. Still sticking there, although might have scraped the wall a little bit. Going to let Stickenis have an opportunity to look to the inside. At least show that knows that he's there. Still too far back to make the pass. Now Herman Reese going to set his sights on Harry Kodian there in second. But again, he wants to probably hold on to about lap 90. Has to be one probably around when those pit stops will start. So you're closing in on those right now. You're 10 laps away from lap 90. Kodian starting to close the gap. I mean, he's reeling in that 33 at Descenza. Maybe Descenza used those tires up a little bit too much, trying to get around the 13 the initial time, trying to stretch the lead. Because you're seeing Herman Reese, Roger Nebelsack able to pull in too, and those two trucks are on the same strategy as our leader. Couple Silverados running 1-2. Then you got the Cadillac. I believe it's a chop top Escalade there for the 73. Ford F-150 at Nebelsack, and then another Silverado with Stickenis in fifth. E3 like Herman Reese was really conservative that time going into the corner. Saw the 13 and 33 getting really close to each other. As here comes Kodian now heating up the tailgate of Descenza. Algrimson into the wall. Gonna let these leaders on by. Jeff Fugate has closed in back there in sixth. As really this field staying tightly knit together. I think maybe the draft coming into play just a little bit here with the CTS physics down these straightaways. And if it is a minuscule amount, it still helps. Every little bit helps. Every little, a little less drag or getting the slipstream right. Every little bit helps. Maybe not necessarily to the race truck, but at least the psyche, the confidence of the driver. Someone else's tire tracks you can follow in. And watching Harry Cody and close the gap. Let's see. We're closing these gaps. We're losing the gaps. We're growing the gaps. We're closing them. It's hot and cold. Don't know what to wear. And right now, you're closing in on green flag pit stops. Here comes Herman Reese to the inside for second. Saw the 13 with some issues that time off of turn number 4. We're going to lose the third spot as well. Here's Nebelsack going to go on by. Oh, going to be contact. 13 of Kodian into the outside wall. Caution is going to come out. Caution number 7 as 2 of our top 3 make or 2 of our top 5 make contact. Caution number 8, excuse me. Roger Nebelsack into the 13 of Harry Kodian. You saw it live, you see it again from another angle. 51 onto the apron, drifts up the track, 13's there. Kodian, wrong place, wrong time as Nebelsack makes a mistake. Really what it comes down to there, folks. Get late in these races and you can't make mistakes. Why that happens, right? You can see the left sides are flat, the rights are still up on the banking. It really unbalances the car. As the driver, you're kind of holding on at that point. Not a position you want to put yourself in. Again, Herman Reese was able to get by Mark DeSenza there too. Missed the pass for the lead. Doing our best back in the day ESPN impression. So all the leaders down on the pit lane. Herman Reese gonna lead them in, gonna pull into the box. Senza gonna lose some time here on the pit lane. You saw him stop short of getting serviced. Herman Reese definitely should come out with the lead. Everyone taking 4 tires this time. Oh, Nebelsack or Stakenis got it. Like Nebelsack did. DeSenza going to be 3rd. Stakenis 4th. Jeff Fugate, your top 5. Ryan Johnson going to be there in 6th, unless... Nope. Yep, going to be in 6th. Oh, maybe there's a speeding penalty there. So a tough break for driver number 13, Harry Kodian. You see the back end of that truck also a lot of damage. It's going to loosen up that truck. So if he was fighting a tight condition, it'll at least help that, right? You can't make changes to fix that up race, but can damage the truck. Wouldn't advise damaging your race vehicle to try to loosen it up or tighten it up or whatever you want to do by damaging it, but you know. It's an unintended consequence, but it might be a good consequence for driver 13. We'll just have to wait and see. Never like to be involved in an incident. See if Keith McLean decides to take a wave around. 28 truck. Bunch of laps down, just collecting some more points. Some issues underneath the hood, I do believe. Driver 28, 22 laps down, so don't know if the wave round is going to help them all that much. But going to get a top 15 finish, so that's pretty good. Looking like probably going to be about 26, 27 laps to go when we go back green flag racing here from Hattiesburg. Once again, folks, can't thank you enough. I am Joe Twansky here for JTN for tuning in tonight. Hope you're having a good one. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe. Best way to help support us here on JTN, and I really appreciate it when you do. Helps these videos get out there into the whole YouTube algorithm. We like it when YouTube picks up our videos and shoots them through the algorithm. Had a couple of those now. All right. Herman Reese going to have control here on the restart. Roger Nebelsack, Jeff Stakenness, Helmgrimson in that 62 going to get the free pass. So your top three, really your top two right now, have kind of been consistent up there towards the front. Stakenness has been making his way up through the field throughout the race. Starting in the back half of the top 10. Yeah, Magoo, I think that might be the problem for that 28 team. at that Busch Ice chest. Crack those knuckles, pull those belts tight one more time as we get ready to go back green flag racing. With 27 laps to go here from Hattiesburg. They'll fly by, folks. You don't want to miss this one. Don't touch that search bar as Herman Reese going to lead us back to green. Here we go. Green flag. We're back on our way here from Hattiesburg. Herman Reese now flexing a little bit of muscle here on the restart. 3 truck length lead for the 73. 31 is Stakenness looking to the inside of Nebelsack for second. Not there just yet. 51 able to send it there on the outside. Really something we've seen all night long. Drivers able to pull to the inside, feel like they have enough overrun, but then that guy right in front of them able to really use that outside line to their advantage. Send the truck down into the corner and keep the position. Fresh tires for everybody. 4 fresh Goodyear Wranglers on these trucks. Well, contact further back with the wall. That was the 19 of Rod Weston. Monjon going to get to the inside here, going down into 3 and 4 in that 54. Weston almost contact with the wall. You saw Duke Sorensen check up. Harry Cody into the inside of Ricky Bumbelow. Going to get the position there in that 13 truck. And able to make it work. Back up front, though. DeCenza looking to the inside of Stakenness for the 3rd position. DeCenza has led a lot of laps here tonight. Trying to find a way back to the lead in that 33 Wrangler Silverado. Jeff Fugate now closing up on the tailgate. We're under caution. Caution number 9. Hattiesburg 62 truck around. Be contact with Keith McLean in the 28. That's going to be a night ender for Keith and that team. One more look at it here from high above turns 1 and 2. 2018 will call it quits on the night. So Herman Reese going to lead us back to green. Roger Nebel second, second. Jeff Stekenis, Mark DeSenza, and Jeff Fugate. Your top 5. I'd like to remind you, folks, you can use our code JTN at CircleBeatICast.com for free shipping on your order of $30 or more. Again, CircleBeat iCast is your home for all your racing-related memorabilia needs. That's t-shirts, hats, and, of course, diecast. Again, you can go to CircleBeatICast.com now. And, again, use code JTN at checkout for free shipping on that order of $30 or more. That's about a $10 savings you get right there. So, great savings for you folks at home. Can't thank that Circle B for having that program so we can give you guys a great deal. I know the program's changed a little bit with shipping costs on their end and Lionel with the diecast primarily. So, again, go support them. They've supported us. Now we're supporting them back again, and you can use our code JTN at checkout for free shipping on that order. Again, now $30 or more. Talladega and Hattiesburg in one day. I love to see it. We had Daytona. Technically, we ended USORL Daytona last night too. So, you know, I think we ended probably around 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. So again, Herman Reese going to have control here for the restart. Race truck lights should go out this time at the line. Going to be 19 to go when we go back green. Here they go. So Herman Reese, Roger Nebelsack, Jeff Stekenis, Mark DeSenza, Jeff Fugate, your top 5. Then Ryan Johnson. Good rally for the 059 team there in 6th. Hinsky in 7th. Weston 8th. Monjon 9th after starting on the 2nd row. Running out your top 10 going to be Ricky Bumbelow in the 85. Alright, pace truck gonna come in once again. Will we see another caution here tonight? We'll just have to wait and see because it might just shuffle up the running order. Herman Reese with control in the 73. Green flag. We're back underway here from Hattiesburg. Whole field deciding to take that high entry there into turns 1 and 2 here on the restart, getting these things wound up. Down the back straightaway we go. Descends all over the tailgate of the 31 is Stekenis. Stekenis again looking to the inside. Nebelsack just not there. These cameras like to fool you. And Race your leader, really able and comfortable cutting those dog legs there on the front straightaway. Further on back, Monjon was looking to the inside of Rod Weston, not able to get anything done. Hinsky falling back a couple positions. Here comes DeSenza with a big run down the back straightaway, looking for 3rd. Again, DeSenza has led so much here tonight. Relegated back to the 4th position after the pit stops. under the caution before this last one. But now back up into third. Herman Reese continues to pull away from Roger Nebelsack. No need to save the tires now. Nebelsack going to be trying everything. To find a way to not only get to the back of the 73, then try to make a pass. And we've talked about it. Getting there and passing, it's often said that they're two very different things. Here, that has been the case. We've seen on restarts, drivers really able to make those passes quick. And then once we get strung out, field gets back going as we're going to be coming up on the 13. Odian slow there. Lets the field on by. After contact with the 51 and Nebelsack. Here comes DeSenza now looking to the inside. Roger got a little spooked there down the front. You do get to see the last bit, and it's been the best bit so far, Scuffed Optimist. $13 to go. Here from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Herman Reese, still your leader. Back down the pace a little bit here. Got out to a big lead, backed it down, saving the tires. You never know when you're going to have a late race restart. We'll see if Roger Nebelsack can catch him. I haven't seen enough out of the 51 truck tonight to think that he will have enough speed here at this point in the run. Now, was able to pass the 73 earlier in the race. DeSenza into the wall. It's going to allow Stakanis to get a run here down the front, across the line. They're going to be side by side going down into turn one. Stakanis on the inside, DeSenza on the outside. Going to get really close there. Comes Monjan looking to get back inside the top 5. Late race rally for driver 54. Fugate looking to the inside. We're back single file. We figured things out. And here comes Stakanis, a big run there to the inside of DeSenza. Something's wrong with that 33. At the line, though, of course, it is our TWB 10 to go. On behalf of TWB, head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com now. From porches to patios and more, we're going to get really close there off of turn number 2. For all those outdoor lighting needs, again, GardenLightsDirect.com here on your TWB 10 to go. Gonna get close again. Fugate gonna get a little bit of a bump. 33 into the outside wall. He keeps it going straight, but Mark DeSenza will see ya. Falls back to the 9th position. That was a big moment in this race. Stakanis now 3rd. Has a pretty healthy gap back to Jeff Fugate for that spot. Herman Reese has a pretty healthy gap back to Roger Nebelsack for the lead. Take a look back at what happened coming off a turn number through turns 3 and 4 a couple laps ago. This is going to send Descenza falling back. Fugate coming down in front of that 33, then contact with the 54. It's close quarters racing. But Herman Reese now with the lead, qualified on pole, was the fastest man in town. A healthy lead over Roger Nebelsack back there in second. Gonna put the 13 a second lap down here. So Harry Kodianch, a lot of damage on that 13 truck. I think he might have been involved in something else there late in the going. But for Herman Reese, he doesn't care. Now we're 5 laps to go. Race would be over with a caution. Four to go. Herman Reese. Now 3 laps to go here from Hattiesburg. Putting down a late race clinic. For so much of this race, the 73 team and driver were plagued by not having track position, stuck back in 3rd and 4th and 5th. And yet a late race rally again gets them to the point. 2 to go this time at the line. Fans know the significance of a win here at Hattiesburg. And for Herman Reese, as he comes down the back straightaway for the second to final time, he's about to see the most magical flag in motor. Well, maybe not the most, but one of the most magical flags of motorsports. White flag of the year. Final lap here from Hattiesburg. Smooth and steady is driver number 73. Never will you ever see a cooler driver underneath the helmet. Off of turn number 4 for the final time. Down the front straightaway. Fans give him the salute. Herman Reese gonna win it here from Hattiesburg. A tame finish tonight, something that haven't seen too many times here before. But for Herman Reese, he'll take it. He'll be the victor. It's a lot nicer when you're taking those victories with, well, not a lot of fight. You get a nice gap. He'll burn it down for the fans here. We'll have our post-race coverage in moments. We'll talk with our race winner, Herman Reese, as well as second place Roger Nebelsack and Jeff Stekenis, our third place finisher here tonight. Andre Monjon rallies back to a 4th place finish. Ryan Johnson rounding out your top 5. Maybe he's just going to park it there in victory lane. So post-race results, we'll get those on your screen. Again, we're going to talk with those top 3 when they make their way into the media center. We'll be talking with Herman Reese, our winner, again, Roger Nebelsack, second place finisher, and Jeff Stekenis there in third. We'll wait for them to make their way down again into the media center. Be some quick interviews as we're coming up on our time limit. Again, results going to be coming up on your screen. We've already got our winner. He's the driver of the number 73. Started on pole, managed to rally back to the lead late. Herman Reese. Herman, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, Joe?
Well, I'm doing good, but I don't think I'm doing as good as you are winning here tonight. Take us through kind of the difficulty it seemed like you had with this 73 truck about midway to maybe a quarter left in the race.
We were in ride mode there. I knew that usually that first pit stall gained you some positions in the tire situation. The way that was going to play out, really good on long runs. So I wasn't too concerned. I just want to make sure I didn't get any damage. It just kills you here if you get any damage. But all in all, a good night. Some guys played some strategy. To be honest, if that caution comes out 100 yards sooner, Mark's your winner tonight. And it just happened to work out for me that way. Both Mark and Roger were super quick tonight, and it was a fun race. It wasn't a walk in the park per se.
Well, it was fun to watch you kind of rally back up through the field. What makes this track so much fun, though? Because it seems like when we come here, everyone that we talked to after the race, they had a good time. It's a fun track, especially with it being a fictional track, if I recall correctly. What makes this place so fun?
You actually have to drive the truck. You can't just hold your foot on the floor and hope. And there's a very, if you watch different drivers, there's different lines and they're all fast. So that's what makes it fun. And you can move around a little bit. You watch the guys, if you go back and watch the tire runs, as we got deeper in a run, guys would move their line around and maintain. And the only thing you can do is hope somebody hits the fence or you get a good run. It's all about the exit here. You get a good run off and get position. And you have to have some guys that don't run you down in the corner too. So, but it is a lot of fun to drive.
Well, Herman, it was a lot of fun behind the wheel, a lot of fun here up here in the booth. Congratulations on the win here tonight. Before we let you go, though, you're a pro at this. Floor's yours, buddy.
All right. Well, first we got to start off by thanking Dan and Steve. Steve Rubino. I think Steve's a little frustrated right now. He does a lot of hard work for this league, and he doesn't feel appreciated. And truly, we do appreciate everything he does. And thank the guys. I had a good run tonight. And everybody was clean and respectful, and that was a lot of fun. It was fun in the team speak. So I enjoy coming here and racing, and thank you for putting on the show. I'm sure we got some friends and family watching, and it was a blast. Hopefully, we're the last 2 races. We're having a good speech, so hopefully we can keep this trend going for the next.
Hey, we're going to be watching with intent eyes, Herman. Congratulations once again on the win here tonight, and thanks for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you. I want to say, Harry should have never won those 4 in a row. It got me fired up. We're having a pretty good battle there. So, but thanks again, and you have a good evening.
You too, Herman. Congrats. Herman Reese, driver of the 73, your winner here tonight. Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher. He's the driver of the number 51, Roger Nebelsack. Roger, you got a copy?
Yeah, Joe. Loud and clear.
All right. Let's talk about it, because there was an incident late in the race. You're battling with the 13, Harry Kodian, clip the apron a little bit, slip up into the side of the 13. Was it just a mistake behind the wheel, kind of misjudging where the left side tires were?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. I looked at it the replay because I definitely didn't want to end his night like that for sure. And it looked like he had a little bit better arc coming off the corner, And when I hit the apron, I kind of pushed up into him. I hate it for him, especially since he's running for points and I'm not. So, and I did make sure that I know he was frustrated, and I made sure to apologize, because I was like, I took the blame because I clipped it and I felt it slip, and the next thing I know, I saw him up and over.
Well, it's a tough break, but again, a mistake. So I think that's, once you get away from the track, right, you get the time. But a good night for you in this 51 team. You were up there battling a lot of speed behind the wheel of this truck. What made you have such a great run here tonight? Because again, fixed setup, so this really kind of plays into the driver's hands.
Yeah, there's just, I don't know, just some tracks I can find a rhythm on, and it's usually the bigger tracks, and this is one of them. It took me a little while to kind of find the line, but once I start finding, the line and the rhythm, it was a lot of fun, and it was, fast basically. So I'm having fun when I'm going fast, and I think I'm a little bit more relaxed, not trying to push as much, and that equates to a little bit of speed too. So.
Well, a little bit of speed, a little bit of hard racing, and a great finish night for Roger, for you and the 51 team. Congratulations on the second place run. Before we let you go, though, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Steve and Hobo, for putting this on. Always a fun time when I come over here. Too bad I'm not over here as much as I could be, but getting a little burned out, so I'm just kind of picking and choosing. So hope he's okay with that. Want to thank my wife for letting me run. I'd also like to shout out to my longtime truck sponsor, Josh's Eggs, out of North Carolina. So if you need a dozen eggs in the North Carolina area, go take a look at him. He's on Facebook. And also Valentine Automotive here in town for turning the wrenches on the truck. And can't forget Ski Citrus Soda.
Roger, once again, congratulations on the second place run here tonight, and thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you, Joe. Have a good night.
Roger Nebelsack, driver of the number 51, forward your second place runner here tonight. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our third place finisher. They shuffled you into the wrong room there for a second there, Jeff, but Jeff Stekenis, driver of the 31. Third place finish here tonight, Jeff. Take us through the race.
Long and tedious, but it was a pretty good setup, actually. Just had to bide your time, win it, either coming out of 2 or coming out of 4. That's when you could pass. Yeah,
it was interesting to watch those passes kind of develop, because there were the guys that were really aggressive going down into the corners. They really sent the truck in. And then there were the guys that were maybe a little more conservative and really focused on exit speed. What camp did you fall into, and why do you think you fell into that camp?
Tried to just kind of meander, just kind of, arc the corners, so you're saving tires and then coming back down to the corner, down to the white line. It's kind of the camp I was in, where save tires and stay out of trouble.
Well, saving tires and staying out of trouble gets you the podium finish here tonight, Jeff. Congratulations on the third place run. And before we let you go, though, you've been up here. You know what to do. Floor's yours, buddy.
Yeah. Thank everybody who's watching, and all my sponsors, all my friends. I'd like to thank Steve and Bino, who put this stuff on, and all my teammates. Got great teammates, too.
Jeff, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us after this race. Congratulations on the third place run here tonight.
Thanks, Joe.
Jeff Stekenis, driver of the number 31, your third place finisher here tonight. Well, folks, that's going to conclude our coverage here from Hattiesburg. Can't thank you enough, as always, for tuning in. Make sure, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. It does so much to help support us, and also shows your support for all the boys here at Hobo Racing. Speaking of Hobo Racing, can't thank Steve Rubino, Dan Rubino, and the entire admin team for putting on a great show, especially to Steve and Dan for being really supportive, not only for us here on JTN2 throughout these last couple of years. It's been such a fun ride, and can't wait to see all the upcoming races that we'll have in store for you folks at home. With all that being said, though, for Bristol, our producer, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time right here live on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checker. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! inside again. Contact there between Cinder and Bordeaux for third.
Contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming to the line.
Jack Healy with